Hello children, today we are going to do chapter 18, Story of Cloth Making. Look at me carefully. Who am I? Yes, I am a cotton ball. What do you see in me? Small and thin threads called fibers. What will I become in the end? Clothes that you wear. So, this is the cotton plant on which grows the cotton, and this is the cotton ball from which we make threads, which is finally made into the clothes we wear. Cotton. Cotton clothes are made from cotton fibers. We get cotton fibers from cotton plants. Cotton grows into pods. The pods are picked by hands. So, cotton clothes are made from cotton fibers, and we get cotton fibers from the cotton plant. Now, the cotton grows in pods. The pods are picked by hands. Cotton in the pod is taken out. This cotton is then made into threads by a machine called the spinning wheel. This activity is called spinning. So, now the cotton from the pods is taken out and it is then made into threads by a machine called the spinning wheel. This activity is known as spinning. Threads are made into cloth on a weaving machine called loom. Now the threads are turned into clothes on a weaving machine which is called loom. This activity is called weaving. So cotton plant gives us cotton balls. From this cotton ball threads are made, and now it is taken to a weaving machine called loom, and this thread is made into a cloth. Nowadays, spinning and weaving are done on big machines in the textile mills. Wool. Where do we get woolen clothes from? We get woolen clothes from wool, and we get wool from sheep. We get wool from sheep. The thick hair that grows on the body of the sheep is called wool. This wool is cut with big scissors or machines. So the hair that grows on the body of the sheep is called wool. This wool is extracted from the sheep by using big scissors or machine. Then this wool is cleaned and washed. When it becomes soft, it is spun into woolen threads. These threads are used to knit sweaters, caps, socks, gloves, and mufflers. They are also woven into fine cloth in woolen mills. So the sheep gives us wool, and from the wool, woolen threads are made. From these threads, we make sweaters, caps, socks, gloves, and muffler. In short, we make woolen clothes. Now, silk. Silk. We get silk from silkworms. Silkworms give out long, silky thread from their mouth. The silkworm wrap the thread all around their body to make cocoons. We collect these cocoons. Silk threads are separated from cocoons by boiling. The silk thread are woven to make silk cloth. So from silkworm we get silk threads. These silk threads are used to make silk clothes. The silkworm gives out a long silky thread from their mouth and wraps this thread all around the body to make it in a cocoons. We collect these cocoons, put them in hot water, and we get silk threads. Cloth making and clothes. People who weave threads into cloth are called as weavers. After the cloth is woven, it is stitched. People who weave threads into clothes are known as weavers. After the cloth is woven, it is stitched. The tailor stitches clothes for us. So, what happens is that people who make threads into cloth are known as weavers, and this cloth is now stitched into shirts, pants, and other wearables. This is done by tailors. So weaver is making cloth, the tailor is giving the clothes the final shape. Okay, we wash our clothes when they get dirty. Some people give their dirty clothes to a washerman. He washes our clothes. He uses an iron to press them neatly. Now, when our clothes get dirty, we wash them. And some people give their dirty clothes to the washerman for washing. He washes their dirty clothes and then he uses an iron to press them. Human made fiber. We get cotton, wool, and silk from nature. They are called natural fibers. We make fibers in our factories as well. They are called human made fibers or artificial fibers. So we get cotton, wool, and silk from nature. Cotton we get from cotton plants, wool we get from sheep, and silk we get from silkworm. So the nature provides us with cotton, wool, and silk. But these are natural fibers. But apart from these natural fibers, some fibers are made in the factories. They are known as human-made fibers or artificial fibers. Nylon, rayon, terylene are human-made fibers. Clothes made from these fibers are more durable and attractive than natural fibers. So, the artificial fibers include nylon, rayon, terylene. These clothes are more durable and are more attractive than the natural fibers. We should wear clean and well ironed clothes. That is why these artificial fibers are preferred more over the natural fibers, because they are very attractive and more durable. Okay, so now we have come to an end of this chapter. Now we will do the exercise. Cotton threads are made into clothes on a spinning machine, sewing machine, or a loom. The answer is number C, loom. The fiber we use to make a sweater is silk, wool, or cotton. The answer is wool. We get silk from silkworm, sheep, or plants. Yes, we get silk from silkworms. Which is a natural fiber? Cotton, nylon, or rayon? Cotton is the natural fiber. Your tailor has not stitched your shirt correctly. What will you do? Cry loudly, shout at him, tell him quietly to stitch it correctly. Yes, we will not cry loudly, we will not shout at him, but we will tell him quietly to stitch the cloth properly. So the answer is number C. Circle the odd one out. Cotton, nylon, silk, wool. Out of all these four, nylon is the odd one out. Why? Because all the other three are natural fibers, whereas nylon is the artificial fiber. Number 2, rayon, nylon, silk, and terylene. Yes, silk is the answer over here, because silk is the natural fiber, whereas all the other three are artificial fibers. Number 3, mechanic, weaver, tailor, washerman. Mechanic is the answer, because weaver, tailor, and washerman are associated with clothes, whereas a mechanic is the person who looks after our cars. Look at the following picture and name them. This, in picture number 1 we can see a weaver. In picture number 2 we can see a washerman. In number 3 we can see silk thread, and in number 4 we can see a silkworm. Now let us do the question and answer of this chapter. What does a weaver do? A weaver weaves threads into clothes. What does a tailor do? The tailor stitches our clothes. What does a washerman do? A washerman washes our dirty clothes and then irons them. So children, we come to the end of the chapter. Let us recall what we have learnt in this chapter. So, wool, there are different types of clothes like cotton clothes, woolen clothes, silk clothes, and artificial clothes. Cotton clothes are made from the cotton that we get from plant, and we wear it in summer. Woolen clothes are made from the wool that we get from sheep, and we knit sweaters, caps, socks, woolen socks, etc. from wool. We get silk from silkworm and it is made into very expensive silk clothes. Now, cotton making and clothes. People who weave threads into cloth are known as weavers, and then these clothes are stitched, which are done by tailors. Washerman washes our dirty clothes. Now, apart from the natural fibers, we have human made fibers. The human made fibers are rayon, nylon, terylene, etc. These are made in the factories. Okay, so now we come to the end of this chapter. So, for the next chapter, wait for our new video.